Hi, I'm here with Claire Poole, the trainer from the Media House, who's been delivering virtual event training and hybrid event training over the last year. She gets an amazing 96% feedback on her evaluation forms for either brilliant or very good, and some lovely testimonials. So we're going to chat today a little bit about what's changed over the last year. Claire, what have been the biggest issues brought up by attendees who've come to the course?
Hi Claire, yeah, it's lovely to be with you. So in terms of the biggest issues, I think it's changed a lot in the past year. If we think back to sort of 12 months ago at the start of the pandemic, in the training course around virtual events especially, that really picked up around that time, the attendees that were coming sort of early 2020 were really wanting to feel comfortable with discharging virtual events. So they knew what they needed to do. They wanted to carry on with their events, but this shift from in-person to online was massive for the industry. And it was kind of a comfort with the logistics, basically, of getting an event to work and knowing the right timelines and bringing it all together in that way. So that was really, I think, a big focus and the biggest issue attendees had like a year ago. And then as we've moved forward and events organizers have become more comfortable with that, now the big focus and the way we've had to move the course on a little bit is really around how to structure and deliver virtual events to keep attendees engaged. So everyone's getting very used now to online events, online meetings, etc. So now it's about differentiating yourself and creating that higher level of engagement and presenting something that's a bit different for attendees as well.
Sounds good. What about the most difficult or challenging or funny question which you've been asked over the last year?
A funny question. So, of course, there are no silly questions. There's no funny questions. We love, one of the biggest things with the courses and the training that we do is like, we want loads of conversation, loads of questions, loads of interaction to make sure people really get the value from spending the time with us. So no real silly questions that I can think of. The most challenging one, I think, is around pricing. So as you well know, we train so many different types of organizations that attend our courses, both the public courses and the in-house courses. So associations, commercial conference companies, agencies, institutions, corporate teams, etc. We train them all. So every one of them comes at how they are pricing, budgeting, having partners or stakeholders or sponsors support their events and what the pricing models look around that. So we spend a lot of time talking about that. And I think that's probably one of the most challenging questions, because it really is dependent on organization structure and what they're looking to achieve and how they're set up. But basically our big takeaway, our macro takeaway within that is that as long as you're providing true value, you know who your audience are, what they need to achieve, and you are providing value within that, then of course you can charge and you can make sure you're making money off your events. But yeah, challenging because there's so many different perspectives we have to think about in regard to that.
Fantastic. Claire, thanks so much. Thanks so much for all the training you've done. And if anybody's interested in finding out more, please just get in touch via the Media House website. Thank you.